Howdly doodly, every pony. We're back for another slaughtering stream, and today we have with us Gargod is going to be a co-host. Soul Strings is doing some stuff. He's busy with things, so we're going to swap it out. Also, internet connection, that kind of shit. But anyway, we are here doing the thing. So let me unmute Gargod real quick. Go ahead, Gargod. Introduce yourself to the stream first time, eh?
Hello. Or I don't know. Let me
It's
see how I
Gargod.
sound in stream.
It is Gargod, the proprietor of Regurgitation of Shit, the one and only, the master of grindcore metal, the simplified version with just drums and vocals. Well, not here lately. He did have one recently where he had synths and stuff like that on it. So we had that going. Yeah. We are going to, let's pull up this screen. We're going to check out Crashie tunes. Speaking of noisecore, that kind of thing, we're going to be checking out Crashie tunes. This song is called The Stars That Never Shine. We're going to be going over an album pretty soon, and we'll just do a whole album review as we normally do with people who do albums. And we will do that one. So, The Stars That Never Shine. Let us see what this one's about, eh?
This actually,
I'm sorry, what?
I mean, this song is actually not noisecore or noisecore. It's more like something soft.
Oh, okay.
Softer than what Crashie usually does.
Okay, well, even if it's softer than Crashie usually does, it's still probably...
Well, it's something like, he said Nintendo Core.
Okay.
So, it's something like synths and piano shit, you know.
Nintendo Core would be like 8-bit sounds and stuff. Anyway, yeah, let's check it out. Let's see what it's all about. I just realized that I'm playing it on my speakers. We want to hear it. There we go. Yeah, we want to hear that native sound. Okay. We're going to try it over. Here we go. A buddy that does this kind of stuff. He'll make this kind of music with literally a Game Boy. It's like 8-bit sounds that he programs into a freaking Game Boy, and then they make like slam metal with 8-bit sounds, and it's freaking bomb. And this kind of reminds me of that, except this seems to be more just geared strictly towards the 8-bit stuff, which is interesting. It's kind of cool to hear such an atmospheric sound coming out of 8-bit noises. That's an art that might be lost to time if we're not careful. You know what I mean? it's kind of cool how we have the arpeggios in the back, and then we on the left side we have sort of a lead that's going on. It's a and then we have on the right speaker this bullshit going on, and it's kind of cool that all of these sounds stay kind of, together. It seems cohesive. It doesn't like fall apart. It doesn't conflict with one another. It's a pretty interesting composition. I kind of like that. That's good. I think it's interesting. I think it's interesting that we would choose for like the last 20 seconds to bring in those lower tones. That's interesting to me, because then it sort of makes it feel like it's been missing. Once it comes in, it's like, oh, okay, we could have had this all along, and I feel like all the lower tones were missing. Just retroactively like that. I feel like if the lower tones didn't exist at all, I wouldn't have thought that. But now that was in there, it was like, oh, come on. There was so many lower frequencies being ignored. But yeah, Gargod is having connectivity issues. So, there you are.
Does it sound better than the last time?
Oh yeah, it sounds way, way better.
Yeah, you're disconnected and reconnected in my phone.
Okay.
So it must be the computer, the sound system or something.
Okay. Can you still hear when I'm playing the track?
I don't know. Play it again.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay, good. Cool. So that was The Stars That Never Shine, a really interesting, a pretty busy 8-bit piece that doesn't conflict and whatever, which is difficult. As far as I understand, when you're making 8-bit sounds, or you're doing something that is as simple as 8-bit sounds, making it more complicated has a tendency to go overboard and conflict with one another and kind of become a wall of noise. But he did really good. This was a good composition. I liked this quite a bit. The 8-bit stuff isn't really for me. It's not something that I would listen to pretty much in my off time or whatever, but I can appreciate the composition in and of itself. That was a good time. So
it sounds like the same over and over again, but it's like entertaining to listen to it. Like, right.
Yeah, it remains. It stays interesting because it evolves over time. It is sort of the same thing over and over again, but it adds on and adds on. And as it evolves over time, it keeps the ear interested. I like it. That's good. All right, so we have another Madoka submission. Kleberiano is the artist. Kleberiano.
Acabou or Papel.
Acabou?
Or I don't know in what language. Probably.
I would assume
Portuguese.
Yeah, I would assume Portuguese. Yeah, just because Madoka is Portuguese.
Yeah, but it's like Portuguese and Spanish are very similar. So papel is like paper.
Yeah. Yeah.
Acabou, I don't know if it's like finished in paper or I don't know.
Okay. Let's see here. It doesn't say. Oh yeah, it's got the weird A's and shit like that. This is most definitely.
It's like.
Yeah, this is.
The paper is over, like no more paper.
Okay. Yeah, this is is Portuguese for sure. Okay, so we have a music video from Kleberiano. Let us check this out. Oh, wow. I'm glad that we were able to boost these very tiny channels. You know, these itty-bitty YouTubers that only have 1.73 million subscribers. You know, we're just helping these little guys out by promoting their stuff. So let's check out Kleberiano, Acabou au Papel.
Very
Oficial.
underground music.
Right, underground. All right, here we go. Acabou Papel. I understand what we're talking about. He's out of paper. Okay. I like where this is going. Good.
Not safe for work.
Caraca, cara. Essa coxinha me magoou, velho. Porra. Acabou o papel.
Eu fui cagar, acabou o papel. O que eu faço? Me ajuda aos céus. Como vou sair daqui com o meu cozinho cagado? Vou limpar no pau do meu amigo. É melhor do que ficar borrado. Limpei o cu com o pau do meu amigo. Como isso foi acontecer comigo? Limpei o cu com o pau do meu amigo.
It has a pretty decent sound design for a comedy piece. I'm not gonna lie. I think the guitar tone sounds all right, and you know the drums aren't all that bad, and I think that the vocals are produced well. I think it's a pretty decent sound design for a comedy piece. It's cool.
Porque isso foi acontecer comigo. No dia seguinte, todo mundo zoando. Só porque limpei minha bunda, vão ficar me julgando. O que eu podia fazer naquela situação? Ou limpava com o pau dele, ou limpava com a minha mão. Foi tudo muito rápido e eu nem gostei. Só porque botei um pau no cu, eu não sou gay. Agora já chega, eu tô estressado. Não é porque limpei o cu no pau que eu sou viado.
I love how serious it is. It's good.
Limpei o cu com o pau do meu amigo. Como isso foi acontecer comigo? Limpei o cu com o pau do meu amigo. Porque isso foi acontecer comigo. Não é porque eu limpei que eu sou gay. Não é porque eu limpei que eu sou gay. Não é porque eu limpei que eu gostei. Não é porque eu limpei que eu sou gay.
It's a lot of fun, and it feels grunge, It has a lot of grunge feeling, like this very spite-driven, like angry because you're out of toilet paper. It's interesting. I don't know a single fucking thing that he's saying, but it's fun. It's a fun little song, and it's a good visuals. This is a good time. It's a good time.
Yeah, I can understand some of the words they're saying, but
Yeah.
The music, I don't know if it's my end, my headphones or something, but I think the vocals are way too loud for the mix.
Oh no, it's definitely too loud. But I think that it's an expectation. You would expect the vocals to be very loud because the vocals are the center of the piece, because it's a comedy piece. I would assume that they would make the vocals much louder than all the rest of it because they want you to hear the jokes more or less.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Very good.
All right, let's keep her going.
Não é porque eu limpei que eu sou
Alrighty. Well, that was a good time, I guess. I don't really have much else to say about that other than, it is a decent sound design, I think, for a comedy piece. But you are correct that the vocals are very loud, but I think that was by design. So, yeah, Kleberiano, Acabou o Papel, Clipe Oficial. I like it. All right. So there was that. J-Doggone submitting a Rose Funeral. Rose Funeral is the artist. Father Death is the name of the song. Let's check that one out. Oh, yes. And it's going to start right on in there.
I think it's deathcore or... Yeah, pretty much. Deathcore or Islamic death metal.
Hopefully slam. I mean, I say that, but like deathcore is cool and all, but I've been here probably in the last year or so. I've been exclusively all of my tastes have been tailored towards slamming brutal death metal. It's just so delicious. So let's check this one out. They only got 856 subscribers, so, and it sounded good right on that first note. But anyway, let's check it out. Let's do it. Oh man, this is good. This is really good. It's tight. Like the performance is super tight. The mix sounds super good. All of the instruments come out pretty clear, but it's also very loud, very aggressive mix, and that's very good. I loved that little bass dealioid right here. I'm really impressed with the way that we've mixed the drums, because the drums, like these cymbals, are cutting through the mix. You could hear the china super, super clearly right in the right speaker, and it's just cutting straight on through. But it sounds, it's not like overpowering as well. It's just the way they have it shelved is super impressive. It's just a really good sounding mix too, and I like how what's it called? It's like a single tracked guitar that's running right up the center. It's like a lead. Sounds really, really good on top of everything else, but it doesn't push anything down. It doesn't like push anything aside. It just kind of occupies that space, and then it doesn't, make everything else go to shit. It doesn't feel empty when it drops out, and it doesn't feel crowded when it comes in. I'm really impressed with this mix. This mix sounds really fucking good. And the echoes, the what's it called? It's not reverb, it's the delay on the vocals that plays right before all of these parts as it fades out. It just provides, such a lead up, such a really good impact on one. And it's really good shit too. Man. breakdown feels like the love child between As Blood Runs Black and like Carnifex. It's just so good. It's so good. This is really good. I'm adding this to the best of the best. Hell yeah. Horse memes.
Horse moment.
It's a horse moment. Nice. Mine. Yoink. I'm really, really impressed at how busy the riffs are, like how busy the guitar riffs are, while also having a lead that doesn't, conflict with anything, and it stays super tight. I'm really, really impressed with that. It's so good. So good. Okay. Some weird orchestral, like Modus Insanium. But some weird, like, orchestral type of, like, electronic elements there at the end. I don't remember hearing any of that during the song at all, so I don't know if that's a thing. If that was just for the very end there, but I don't remember hearing that at all. Or if that was just, like, a delay.
Yeah, I think there was a synth or, like, something not like metal. I don't know if you... It was like in the middle of the song, after the breakdown, or no, before the breakdown.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yes.
Something like,
Yeah. Cool. So they used the electronics elements really, really sparingly. They didn't play it throughout the whole thing, and that's good. I don't know. Really, really solid sound design. I enjoyed the hell out of this one. This is a really good submission. Thank you, J Doggone.
Yeah, it is a very professional mixing.
Yeah.
And I'm actually surprised that it's not copyrighted, or it's not like in a big label, like, I don't know, Metal Blade or Nuclear Blast, something like that.
Yeah. They're, I mean, I guess they all have to start somewhere. How many,
They've been, like, around for so many years, I think.
Okay. They've been working on this song for a while, it seems. For a while. Okay. So that was Rose Funeral, Father Death. I will be definitely paying attention to them. I want to see more of that from that, because that shit sounded fucking good as hell. That was bomb. So, Gargod's submission, we've got a Bob Macabre.
Best musician ever.
Yes. I think we listened to some Bob Macabre before.
He has, like, several bands that all of them sound the same.
Oh, okay.
It's the Chainsaw Dissection band. It's like really bad gore grindcore.
Yeah.
And he also has another band called Psychotic Dismemberment. It's something we listened to that on stream like a month ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
But he's been around since like 2002.
Yeah, I remember.
And
him
yeah.
Yeah, I remember I remember talking about him, about how he's been doing this for so long, and I remember thinking this sound design is shit, but he has to be doing it exactly this way on purpose because he's been doing it for so long. Okay, so now I know what I'm prepared for. Let's check out Bob Macabre, Desert at Midnight. Oh, God. I don't know. Just this sounds like, listening to some 14-year-old noodling on some guitar at Guitar Center. It's kind of directionless. But I don't know. That's kind of the charm of these types of musicians like Bob Macabre, is that the charm is that it's highly, highly experimental, and it's trying its best kind of not to be good, I guess you could say. So this is like a mixture between a wah pedal and a phaser is what it sounds like. And it's just a minute, over a minute worth of just kind of, I guess, doing different noodles, as they say. Very short, very brief. So we'll see what happens next. I think we're into a breakdown or something right now. I'm not. I don't really know.
It could be anything, really.
It is whatever the imagination wants it to be. It can be, yeah. This seems to be a little more cohesive than what we were listening to before. So I guess it's getting better, but I don't know. I don't know about this one. It most definitely sounded like it was made up on the spot. I don't think that we had any kind of
probably one take.
Yeah,
or something.
I'm gonna hook up my guitar. I like the way this phaser and this wah pedal sounds together. I'm gonna go ahead and just get that shit out there. I'm gonna record for 2.5 minutes, and then I'm gonna call it Desert at Midnight. Upload it, get a lot of views in 3
Yeah, but this is like a full EP.
This is the whole
and
EP.
I think, I don't know, I didn't listen to the whole shit, but it's 4 songs, and I think all of them are guitar by itself, not really like bass or drums or vocals.
I gotcha. Huh.
But it's like, yeah, funny because when he does the grindcore music with his other projects,
Yeah.
it's better at that.
Okay.
Like when he makes for example, Chainsaw Dissection is like brutal death metal.
Yeah.
It's something you can listen to, like, and think there is like a meaning behind what he's doing.
I got you.
But this, I don't know, is
This
something
feels
really
This
weird.
feels like parody.
Yeah.
This sort of feels like parody of experimental metal, I guess. I don't really know. I don't know. That's what it comes off to me as. But all right, that was a good time, I guess. Not for me, but whatever. Anyway, let's move on to the next one.
Time.
I am a preacher. Holy crap! Reflexiya. Refleksiya.
Seyden.
I like it. Refleksiya. That's the way we're going to go with it. This is 2022 Dark Hardcore. I've never heard Dark Hardcore before, but it's from the Grind War channel, so we know we're in for a good time. And hey, look at that. They're from Minsk. That's I don't know if this is Russian or Belarusian because I can't tell the difference between the two languages. Russian, Belarusian, Ukrainian, all of those languages look exactly the same to me because they all use these fake letters that don't actually exist. This is a pretend language. Nobody actually speaks this. They're just pretending to, which I guess is why everything goes to shit over there, is because nobody can understand each other. Excuse me. Okay. So I am a preacher. Dark blackened hardcore band. Okay, let's check her out. This is good. This is that classic, like, hardcore. I mean, they say 2022 dark hardcore, but this feels, almost nostalgic with just the really fast two-step, the minimal effort put into recording the drums, because this sounds like a setup, not unlike where the two mic method, where you have a microphone that goes in front of the bass drum, and then you have a microphone that's directly behind you, and you do that in such a way with a certain distance apart so that you don't get any phasing issues or whatever, and it's a really, really minimal setup, and it can produce some really, really interesting sounds that you pretty much only get in like early rock and roll and some of this like late 90s, early 2000s hardcore punk rock that had like a really, really low budget, and that's... And if not, that's the kind of sound that I'm reminded of, and it sounds just, it tickles me. It tickles me. And then it's good. And I like the delivery on the vocals, where it's just kind of like a yelling type of thing. It's good. Very good. I like it. Despite being kind of grindy, I'm actually surprised at how tight it is. The performance is really tight. Everybody's staying together really tight. It's not, kind of like a mess like I'm used to hearing with grindcore, or like grindy bands in general. And I'm pretty impressed with that. That's good stuff. Well, I think it was an interesting sound. The guitars had an interesting sound. This just whatever this photo is, it's just there's a lot of interesting choices to be made here. And I think it's very good. I like this like kind of low budget grindy type of hardcore. It's delicious.
Yeah, it reminds me like hardcore punk from the 80s, like Black Flag or TSOL.
Yeah.
That they were just like yelling and the music is really fast on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good stuff. That era. God, I'm trying to think of a more modern example. Like maybe Anal Cunt. I did some stuff that was kind of like this. They were a little, kind of out there though. Like Anal Cunt was more grindy than this was.
Yeah.
And Anal Cunt is too spicy for YouTube. I don't think that they really have any songs on YouTube that last. They get taken down and shit. But yeah. So that was interesting. I Am a Preacher, I think, is the name of the band, and then you have Refleksiya. I believe is the name of the song.
Yeah,
so that was good.
Probably Russian if they from Minsk, it must be Belarusian.
Yeah. I would assume Belarusian. I'm not entirely sure. I can't tell the difference. Okay. Isn't really okay, so that's cool. I like it. Anyway. Moving on. Corpse Knife. Skull.
Oh, this is another Bob Macabre band. Yeah.
Another Bob Macabre.
Macabre. How does Macabre? I don't know.
Okay.
Macabre.
Yeah, Macabre Mastermind Records is the guy. So that's the Bob Macabre guy, but this is a different project. Okay, I gotcha. So let's check this one out. I can't see the length of... Oh my god, it's almost 4 minutes long. All right, let's do it. Holy dog fucking dick shitting. That was very, very loud. All right, let me turn that sucker down. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's still very fucking loud. YouTube just notified me I started like half an hour ago. Oh, hello. How are you doing? I mean, that is a blast beat, and we like blast beats around here. The intro riff is just, it was bad. The drums and the guitar and the rhythm guitar didn't line up, and then the lead guitar felt like it was just made up. And so I don't know what it is, but like sometimes experimental metal will just like speak to me in a certain way. It'll have like a certain charm and I'll enjoy it. Like with Crashie Tunes when he does his experimental stuff, with like Anal Cunt when they do their highly experimental stuff. But and then every once in a while it just doesn't click for me. And I think that's kind of one of the coolest parts about experimental sounds is that I guess it just vibes or it doesn't. And yeah, this one is not vibing with me. So anyway, let's keep her going. It feels like really old school though, and that's kind of cool. Like if you're looking for new music that feels exactly like the super mega underground death metal that was being made in like the 80s or something like that, this is very close to that. This reminds me of very, very old school like Cannibal Corpse or something. That's good shit. Sounds like a direct input from like using a microphone, or no, using the really cheap little fucking, what's that called, like a 20 millimeter, like the the headphone jack off of your line 6 amp and just plugging it directly into the computer. And yeah, I hate this guitar tone. It's way too crunchy, and I don't like it at all. No. I thought it was going to fade out. It just hung on there for so long and then finally dropped out. But okay, so that was
actually this is better than other Bob Macabre projects.
Yeah, I'll give it that. Yeah, that is true.
That like breakdown, not breakdown, but like slower section of the song was actually kind of good.
Yeah, the down tempo part. When I was saying that it was similar to Underground
Cannibal Corpse and
because Cannibal Corpse used to do that a lot. I don't know. I can't think of any songs off the top of my head because I never really listened to their underground stuff because their underground stuff sounded like this. But they would have down-tempo sections like that were almost indistinguishable from, like arena rock with, a low quality of production. Like that was kind of what they would do, and it sounded okay, and that part sounded all right, but so if you're into underground death metal from the 80s, then I can understand why you would like stuff like this. I can understand that. So that was Corpse Knife, Skull from a Junkie, by Macabre Mastermind Records. Bob Macabre, the one and only. So let's move on. Futakuchi Mana. I think we listened to this person before, and they've actually appeared in the comments.
The entire
was pretty cool.
VTuber.
Yes.
Music. Yeah.
The VTuber.
Futa.
Futa. Yes. I am like 5 years old every time. Futa. Let's check this one out. I think we've enjoyed this person before, if I remember correctly. So let's check her out, eh? Movie. So vocals, okay, mix and instruments is by this person, vocals by the owner of the channel, art by Bane Fury and Outhale, and movie Little Things PH. All right. What this fucking balloon looks so serious, dog. It's judging me. Why are you not watching VTubers? Like, okay, dog. I'll sub. Okay, I will donate. Jesus. I'm sorry. This is just such a nope. This is such a good meme. That right there. This is.
I know your calculator history.
Yeah. I love it. That's so good. I do kind of like the tone on the bass guitar. It feels very throaty, and it's just like that sounds good. I like that too. God, this vocalist fucking just nails it, though. Is really just killing it. All this, still retaining some sort of control, remaining within, the hello metal like whatever. Do I like rap music? I not really. I will get down with it. I'll pretty much literally listen to anything at all. I mean, considering the stuff we were just listening to, yeah, I will listen to pretty much anything. But not really my bag. Anyway, so yeah, the vocalist is fucking just nailing it here. He's just absolutely killing it. Retaining some of that control, also staying within the melody, but also just really letting loose with all the aggression. Just Yeah, it's good. Metal like 804 Dawn. We will one day join the Discord server. It is in the description. Jump in there, hit it up, read the rules, and then check out our submissions page. And yeah, we'll get to it. We'll check it out. Just destroying it. The vocalist is so good. It's unreal, actually. Like, Jesus Christ. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's good stuff right there. The gutturals were pretty fucking solid, and how we're going from one to the other is just or like from the cleans to the gutturals is just so good. It's such a solid composition too. It's not like out of nowhere. It's not like made up on the spot. It's just like we're actually like it's good. It's very good. Now, if Madoka is watching this, I'm not turning into a weeb, so you know you can just you can just cast off those aspirations. All right, you're not turning me into a weeb with this shit, but this is very good. This is really, really good stuff. Now the leads sound really fucking good too, and this mix is actually really, really solid. Like the lead or the rhythm guitars seem to be sitting behind the bass guitar. That bass guitar sounds solid as fuck, and it's an interesting sound design from pretty much top to bottom right there. But then I really just kind of like I had said, how I had said before on a previous song, is that I'm really impressed with how the lead comes in and it will occupy the frequency range that's like right there where the vocals are. And so as we're trading, it doesn't feel like it becomes crowded. It doesn't feel like it's the mix doesn't feel empty when it's not there. It's just a really solid production. Just this is really, really good. Hello, Luminar Amity. That was pretty good. That was really good, actually. But like, what does a VTuber fucking do? I don't understand.
I think it's just like a streamer. Well, instead of showing its face, it's like an anime avatar.
I love saying it. I don't know.
Okay.
And also, I know one
Yeah,
more,
like
one more. Moje ruskie shirtiki.
Jesus Christ. I will keep my opinions to myself. Well, Lunar Amity is in chat just in time because we're moving on to a Lunar Amity song. Lunar Amity and Seyden? I've never heard of this person before. Alrighty. Okay. This is Friendship Was Magic. Part 1, Desperation from Lunar Amity. Okay. I don't think I can't recall what a Lunar Amity song sounds like, so we're jumping into this one dry. Let's go. Let's do it. Okay. Alright. That is what feelings are. Yeah. Okay. That's what we do on this stream. We watch all of them all the way through. Sad ponies. I thought we were going to be doing some like really emo shit. I didn't realize we were going to get into some like core stuff. Well, hello, Seyden. That's so cool, actually, kind of like the we've got the rhythm guitars playing that kind of staccato, genty thing, and all that, and then we have the distant but atmospheric lead guitar back there. Whatever, it's cool. That's good. Man, there's certain parts in these little areas right here that could have been easily just fixed with some like a melodyne thing, because they're coming off a little flat, maybe a little sharp here and there. Like it's, I think we're just like a half cent off, you know, just barely. It's, I don't know. It's that part is hitting my ear just a little bit wrong. Let's keep going. I do like how the drums have completely changed. The drums have gone from like very prominent in the beginning part to being kind of muffled and in the background to, I guess, better accommodate the clean guitar. That's a really interesting, what's it called? A really interesting mixing choice. It's cool. I like that.
Well, wait my wings so I can fly and raise my dreams to reach the sky. Feels like I'm glowing in the night. I think I'm gonna lose this fight. There's nowhere here to say goodbye. I never meant to turn blind eye. I've lost my pride, I've lost its home, and now it's coming to my job. There's sense and sounds, my rising.
Well, that fucking shriek was solid. That was on point.
I cannot find my way at all. There's nothing here. I come, and now your swans are far gone. So why you left me was such a blame? Just close the door and find a flame. I can't help, I can't control. I had this stress inside.
Inside my... Oh, okay. Inside my. I gotcha. It sounds like I don't think I hear any real compression at all. The vocals sound super loud. The guitar, it sounds like everything's leveled properly, but we're not compressing it so everything can stand out. It sounds like we're just native on that one, which is a little, it just kind of hurts the presentation. I think we have a good vocal tone. The vocal tone is good. It's just all of these elements sound good separate, but the just a light compression on the mastering chain makes everything just come together. And I think that's what's missing. I don't know. It just sounds like everything is so far apart. It doesn't sound like a cohesive mix altogether.
Why shouldn't I give up? What have I left? What will I get? Something's wrong, and I know that I miss what goes at me. Will break my wings so I can fly, erase my dreams to reach the sky. Feels like I'm going in the night. I think I'm gonna lose this fight.
Now, compositionally, I think that the transitions from like the verses, these highly atmospheric like verses, is a really solid transition into the choruses, which are obviously much more direct and aggressive. I'm not so sure about, there only being a lack of vocals during this like intro riff where it says the my, like it my, and then we have that type of shit. Like I don't know. It's an interesting composition so far. We'll wait. We'll see how it goes.
It's nowhere here to say goodbye. I never mean to turn my eye. I've lost my pride, I've lost it all, and now it's coming to my top. There's sights and sounds, my rise and fall. I cannot find my way at all. There's nothing here, I call my home.
Oh, hang on. I hate that video editing software does not have a what's it called? A fucking spell check or whatever the hell it's called. There's nothig. I don't know. I just put one in the Discord. It's a Hood Gore song. A Hood Gore song? Now you have me interested. That we will check that one out.
Now your slows are far gone. So why you left my sense of blame? Just hold and turn and fight the flame. I cannot help, I can't control. I had this wish inside my soul.
There we go. Soul. That was the word we were missing earlier. Now the screams are his screams are solid. They sound good. And I think that the vocal delivery sounds good, whether we're doing cleans or like the fray type of vocals that we're hearing in the chorus. It sounds good, all tonally, well done. It's kind of reminds me of like early Linkin Park or something, but maybe a little heavier. But yeah, I don't know. Is that a motherfucking Fan the Flame reference? I have no idea. Wait, I heard the bass guitar. That was a pretty cool dive bomb. I haven't heard a dive bomb since like 2007. You know what? Actually, I'm sitting here going, I'm having all these problems with it. I'm having all these issues with the mix and everything like that. But I'm also just loving the fuck out of it, and I think I've just figured out why. This breakdown sounds, like early Amongst the Herd or whatever. Like all of that 2012, 2013 Brony music. That's what this sounds like to me. Just like that. Sort of like a nostalgic feeling where you're just like, yes, ponies, picture of sad pony, fucking, breakdown. We put synths in place of impact, so it goes, It's just, oh, it's good. Hey, Biscuit, the one and only too. Yeah, a cow. Neat. We need to bring this solo out a little bit more because it's just kind of like blending into the rest of the mix, and it's kind of like a wall now. The sound is just very wall-like, you know. I've mentioned a couple of times that you've got to be careful when you're in your compositions because things will conflict, and then you'll end up with just sort of this wall of sound where you're not hearing everything, you're hearing nothing. It's just become like static almost, but. It's like you can close your eyes and pick it out, and it sounds okay. It sounds good. Well, hell yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was cool. Nostalgic even.
Interesting.
Oh, shit, that's not what I meant. Anyway, I'm sorry. I started playing it right when you spoke, so go ahead.
I mean, it's like... it sounds interesting.
Okay.
Like this is something that could be done in 2012, as you said.
Yeah.
I feel like the vocals are would be better with some reverb or delay, like in the first verse. It was something more acoustic, I think.
Yeah, it seems like whenever, especially in the choruses and the well, not necessarily the verses were very wet, but the dryness of the fray in the choruses and even the screams seemed to be a little bit too dry. I think that we could have made it a little more pronounced. So I understand what you're talking about. One of the rare cases of where I'm going to say the vocals got not enough processing. They're just a little too dry. I usually hate that, like lots and lots of processing on vocals, but I think that this might have been a little too dry for my taste. But even then, still, I think it's a solid production. Overall, I would give it, like I guess a 6 or 7 out of 10. It wasn't bad. It was kind of good. It was fun. This was a good time. Nostalgia, almost. Yeah. Cool. So that was Lunar Amity and Seyden. Okay. Let us move on to the next one, eh? We have Mankind Grief, Scourge of the Macrocosm. And it's a J-Doggone submission, so it's not going to be pony related, and it's going to be slam fucking worldwide. And so we're going to get to hear the oh, yes, but I'm going to keep it muted so we're not actually going to hear it. Jesus, this is a long song. Even for slam metal, fucking 5.5 minutes is a pretty long track. All right. Oh, wow. That kind of came out of nowhere. That was fucking awesome. Man, Slam Worldwide is such a good band. It's one of my favorite bands. All of their songs sound exactly the same. This Slam Worldwide band? They sound so good. I say that, but I love it, unironically. Slam Worldwide's the best pony musician for sure. It is. I do unironically like Slam Worldwide songs. I am subscribed and I listen to almost all of them right when they come out. They're so good. And they all really do sound just like this. Just basically varying levels of intensity and tempo more than anything else. You might get more shrieks or more gutturals in the vocals. You might get less or more blast beats, but for the most part they seem to have about the same mixing and like guitar tone, that super heavily scooped out sound. It's I like it. This is a really busy composition too. There's just so much going on, and it's highly progressive, but it sounds good. I like it. It's not much to note here though, because it just is like any other Slam Worldwide mix I've ever heard in my whole life. So, but it's cool. The video is really engaging as well. It's interesting. I just think it's funny because it's one of those. This is one of those bands that, you know, begins on a breakdown and then breaks it down and then breaks it down, and now we're into like the 15th breakdown, and it's just slower and slower, and eventually it's just gonna be like, dun, 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 and then we'll come back next week like dun 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 dun. It's it's good. Yeah, breakdown times 10 for sure. We want to notice in a lot of things about like these bands, these new bands, is the death of the mid. There is no mid anymore. Like nobody does mid vocals anymore. It's either or like, you know, there is no straight up mids. They don't do any of that anymore. It's just gutturals or shrieks or maybe squeals that fucking like they don't. No more mids. It kills me. because that's like my strongest suit, you know. But it's falling out of style. I need to start.
Yeah, that's more common in like death metal than in deathcore or slam. Because there's a lot of bands that play like an old school style, like Skeletal Remains, Morphine,
Yeah.
Hail of Bullets. All those bands play like, they sing their gutturals like if they were in the 90s, or
Yeah. The because that was, God, there was such a thing like everybody did. They had their mid vocals, they had their shrieks, and then their gutturals. Not even that long ago, even not even as long ago as the 90s. It was even just like, I don't know, when I would say like 2012, 2013 or something like that. If you go back to listen to like The Bunny the Bear, it was two vocalists, but the vocals, the vocalist that did the screaming had such a weird like style where his shrieks were like super high, where it was like type of shit, and then his gutturals were like really good, but then his mids were such weird like awkward shouting type of thing. It was really atypical, unconventional style that I think really, really worked. It was weird, but it worked, kind of like what's his name from Traitors, or like Black Tongue, or whatever the hell his name is, where he does that
Alex Seyden.
I can't remember that his name is Trevor or something.
Alex something.
Traitors vocalist.
Black.
Yeah, Tyler Shelton. I said Trevor, but yeah, Tyler Shelton he's got a really atypical, very unconventional screaming sound, and he makes it work as well. Where it's weird, but I don't think really anybody else could pull it off. But anyway. I really like this passage, the kind of the extended notes, it almost feels somewhat melodic with the electronic elements mixed in, and the power chords and all that shit. It's really interesting. I like this a lot too. It's a good outro. Solid outro. That was cool as fuck. Interesting. Oh, that reminds me. I don't know if you guys noticed, but when people know, but I have a new fucking, what's it called? A new profile picture on the on that there, the doodly nope, that's not
I saw it on Twitter. Yep.
Yes. I let's see here. Let me just on Twitter. I can't remember what his @ is. Oh, it's Manny and Bo. Manny and Bo. On Twitter. He did this for me. My profile picture. I don't know if he retweeted it or not. He retweets a lot. He's a bro. He is a cool dude. But I guess I'll just go to mine.
So files.
But anyway, I wanted to find it on his page, but I don't think he tweeted it. I think I just did. Where we were doing the thing. There it is. But yeah, that's him. He did this this Manny and Bo guy. Manny and Bo on the Twitter twatter. He does it for a pretty good price, y'all. I mean, I'm just saying. I think I paid like $70, I think. $70 is what I paid for this a while back, though. He just got around to doing it recently. But anyway, Manny and Bo on the Twitter. Check him out for sure if you're interested in getting profile pictures done in like this style. Anywho, well, let's move on to the next one. That was Scourge of the Macrocosm, Mankind Grief. I don't know if I mentioned that, but yeah, I've said all I needed to say about that song, I guess. No. So let's do Burning Griffin, Ponies After
That's
Midnight.
an album, I think.
Oh, it's an album?
Yeah.
I see. We will have to do that later. We'll have to do that one later. Radiarc. Where did I hear the name Radiarc before?
Coltcrusher just submitted a video. Islam Worldwide, Coltcrusher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I posted in submissions.
Oh, I see. I love it. Brootaloo. Electric Brootaloo. That's fucking awesome. That's cool as shit. Coltcrusher is probably one of my favorite Bernie musicians. He's like, I think he brings some shit to the table in Brony music that no one else can really even touch. Like the level of brutality that he's able to achieve, all within the confines of fucking like pony genre or whatever. It's actually incredible.
Yeah, he's like modern Brootaloo.
Yeah. Well, I think he was. I don't know. I think he's heavier than Brootaloo. Brootaloo was good, but I think he is much heavier and I think maybe a little even more skilled. I haven't heard Brootaloo in a very long time. I think he's just gone. But anyway, I've heard the name Radiarc somewhere before, but I can't remember from where. So we'll just keep going. Let's just keep her going. Radiarc, in these brief moments, go. I think we're having a pretty good time here. It's a pretty busy composition. There's a lot going on, but I don't think that like anything is really fucking anything up. Maybe like the stringed instrument that was playing, that was kind of doing like a lead role there, was a little bit too much there for a little bit, but then it restrained itself and it sounded all right. I was as well expecting an ear rape. I was too. It's interesting. It's kind of chill. There's just so much going on that I'm having an interesting, or I'm having a hard time like just latching onto anything. It just seems so busy. I'm having trouble like keeping up with it because it just sounds like the lead instruments are conflicting with the rhythm instruments, and it's just. But that also might be by design, because if like the whole theme of everything here, that might like then again it might be by design. Is that a pony? I don't think that's a pony. Is it? It doesn't look like one to me, but it might be. Well, alrighty. That was an interesting, I guess, like kind of a quasi OST type of sound or whatever. Just not, I guess, not for me. Probably I'll just forget that one. I don't know. Not too much.
Ambiental. I don't know how to pronounce that in English.
Oh, ambient.
Like from ambience area. Ambient.
It was kind of like an ambient thing. It's not really nothing's gonna stick out for me, I don't think. So I don't, not for me, but I think it had an interesting sound design. I think it just got a little too busy at certain times for my taste. Okay. So let's go to Relapse Desensitized. I feel like I've heard this song before. Relapse band. Oh, yes, the Australian band. God damn. Australians know how to make fucking like metalcore, dude. It's so good. I know I was complaining earlier about how there were no mid screams, but here we are. Yes. Bring them back. The mid screams are where it's at. Boy. God damn, that brutality is fucking great, man. It's so aggressive and it just fucking hits so hard. Ugh, I love it. It's like a love child between metalcore and slam. It's just so good. This fucking riff is so cool too. It's just good. Yes! That's a good application of the meme right there. You fight that The Skeletor meme. Just this is such a good meme video right here, though. And I like how the guitars are not scooped the fuck out. They still have some of those mid-tones, so they have like a really full sound, but they also retain a really good tone altogether. And they mix well with the bass guitar. The bass guitar will take a back seat, and it will just kind of blend in when it needs to, but it also shines out when it wants to as well. And then the drums are super, super punchy. That snare drum is just cutting straight through the mix. And then the vocals are very, very loud, maybe a little bit loud for my taste, but they're also, you know, not so loud that they're overpowering everything else. You could still hear everything. It's just such a good fucking mix. I really like this a lot. This is good shit. God damn, that was fucking good. That was delicious. That was fucking awesome. That was really, really cool.
It was very nice, actually.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't expect that production level.
Is it a label? No, it's not a label. This
no,
is
it's
the band.
The artist channel.
Man, super good. And I love the memes and the video that kept things engaging visually as well. That's just, oh man, good song, good video, good production, good, nice.
Yeah, the vocals are like the best thing, because this vocalist is like, he can make the mids, as you say,
the mids, yeah,
and he goes like extremely deep in those gutturals.
Yeah,
and then his clean vocals. I don't know if this is the same person making like all of the vocals.
I think so. Drums
but
and
if
vocals.
that is the case, he's like.
So it's drums and vocals by one guy, and then guitars and bass recorded by a second guy. So yeah, I guess it was all the same vocalist, and yeah, really versatile sound. He's just all around good, really, really good stuff. So here is the very last of the what's it called? This is the last of the one guy wrote the lyrics, doesn't even play in the band. Based, you know. Sounds good. He's a poet, you know. That's what they call him, right? So this is the last of the 2022 submissions. Is that Slam Worldwide? Or not Slam Worldwide? Is that Coltcrusher song new? Is that brand new?
Yeah. It's from his EP.
We might check that one out. We might have some time. Okay, so let's check out this Within Destruction Nightmare. Yeah, let's check them out. I hate these fucking headless guitars. I don't know why. It's different, and I don't like change. Crabcore be like, yeah. Man, I haven't heard that in a really long time. Man, these dudes in this fucking video are getting after it. What? It's just really getting after it, keeping it interesting visually. That's fucking good. And then it just the visuals, the what's the word? The iconography or whatever, the design altogether is just really interesting. And I like how we've mixed hip hop elements with this metal and stuff, which has kind of become kind of a almost a trope at this point. I think a lot of metalcore bands are doing that now. But that's okay. I think it sounds super fucking sweet, and I wish I had the skill to do that. This is my darkest nightmare. My ashes are you forever set me free. I've reached the point of no return. I'm just a shadow. This guitar is going fucking nuts, what? It's just, he's really just not fucking around with it at all. Or fucking around too much. I don't know. It depends on who you ask. I like the little bitty pyros. That's good. Neat. He's a super good vocalist too. The vocalist is fairly versatile, just kind of getting all over it. You know, we're doing the gutturals, the mids, the cleans, all of it. It's fucking good. Ah, God. When I die. I feel a breakdown coming on, but we only got 10 seconds left, so maybe this is just the outro. I feel like this song could have been longer. I think it was busy enough, it was interesting enough that it could have just kept going, and I would have, yeah, I know. I was hoping, I was like, come on, break it down. You know, just for, I don't know, maybe 30 more seconds. Okay. This is my greatest nightmare. Or some shit. I don't know. Or maybe that would have been too much. Who knows? It was good. It was a good time. It was a cool video. Neat sound design. I liked it. That was good. That was pretty good stuff. Now,
Yeah, it is what I expected from Within Destruction. I don't know if you listened to this band earlier, like, or is the first time you listened to?
yeah, this is the first time I've ever heard them.
Oh, yeah, because they've been around like for 10 years, and I don't know. They started like slamming deathcore. They say their music style was slamming deathcore.
Mm-hmm.
And then they start making this like hip hop trap mixing this music with the slam shit.
Yeah. That's pretty based. We'll check out this Coltcrusher song next time, but Weary Karen said that there was the comments were salty. Every time comes out a music video, I never know what if I'm gonna say, man, I love this shit, or man, what the hell is going on? This case, it's both. Let's see here. I Slam Pony. I don't like that they showed Halo's face on the show. He's just fucking. I do remember the other time. Wait, Coltcrusher got in Slam Worldwide? Yeah. That was the first time we'd ever heard a Slam World or a Coltcrusher song, I think, on stream was a Slam Worldwide release. So, you know, we get the fucking bullshit going on before the whatever. But yeah, Coltcrushers, delicious. Muy delicioso. That shit came out today, like just now. Breaking news. But let us go to... That was Within Destruction. Let's check out this fucking SoundCloud. Oh, god dang, that's loud. Let's check out this song that this guy put in there. I don't know if he's still in chat or not, but... Show W me. Show with me, maybe? I don't know. God damn, that's fucking loud. Damn, it's so super loud. There is no restraint on the compression on this mix, but I think that tonally it's good. The beat sounds fine. I think that even the drum samples is a perfectly fine sound. I guess I don't know. The loudness is unimportant to me. One of y'all pussy niggas to come and touch me. Oh, this is 57 minutes ago. I see. This is brand fucking new. This is like new. Swear I'ma lead up on mama digging them 6 feet. And I know that shot that mad tripping, figure that she missed me. You must not know that I'm a real killer tripping if you diss me. You can see the lack of compression in the what's it called? You can see the lack of compression on the mixing and mastering chain. Because of how fucking loud the drums are. You can see like I'm pointing at it with my finger, like you guys can see that shit because I'm an idiot, I guess. But if you look on the oh my god, cat, get the fuck out of here, please. Oh my god. So you can see like where the normal sound is at, and then you can see where the drums are peaking above that, and it is a cat moment. You can see where the drums are peaking above that, and just a little bit of compression would probably go a long way in equalizing the sound that we've got here. Out. Go outside. Fuck. Of equalizing the sound we have here, because like The sound is I think it's pretty good, but just bringing it all together and trying to make everything come together as cohesively as possible in your mix. The cat needs to touch some grass for sure.
He said that it's a gift to me. I throw some 2 to 3s and turn this little bitch ass to history. Yes, I keep that Mac, no problem. Yes, I'm gon' up that Mac, no dumb. Got stripes all on my feet like Bron. This jerk up blow like a drum, no dumb. Yo, bitch, play my music, I'm home. Bitch, then you say it beyond. Like Django, we stacking them commas. 50, but keep it 100. She wanna eat Benny Hunt. Lift my leg up in my pajamas. 50 hoes, she like my persona. Touch the pose, really gave him a red nose. Of the Glock turn her out to a dead hole. Of the Glock better shoot what you scared for. If something happened to my nigga, I'm killing. I'm guessing you wanna get turned to a victim.
Oh no, we're gonna go for a fade out? Really? So the intro was not the intro wasn't solid. Let's go back to it. It just kind of like cuts out at irregular intervals. It doesn't really have like a not a point, not the point. It was that it's cutting out at irregular intervals, and it kind of throws off the beginning. It throws it off to not, fade out typical in 80s songs. Yeah, I mean, sure, but it's not the 80s. And this doesn't come off to me as like a retro style song either. So then we do the kind of a high passed thing here, which helps with the drop in. It probably would have been best to just begin here. To begin here with the high pass and then drop it in on the vocals. Which the vocals are mixed well. I think that they're not so tinny, but they're also not boomy. Like they have the correct, in my opinion, the correct frequency ranges cut out so that they can be clear and loud and also cut through the mix really well.
If something happened to my nigga, I'm killing. I'm guessing you wanna get turned to a victim. I'm loading my Glock cause I'm finna go stick. Got a brand new chop in the back of the car. When I pull it.
And the vocals are delivered really well. Like, it's nice and tight. It's just, for me, it's all about the beat. The beat's just not working for me. I do enjoy the key changes where we would step up here and there, and it would just kind of seemed to take on a more aggressive stance. But outside of that, I think it's just not really my thing. Yeah, he has a nice flow. I think that this song could do a lot with a more cohesive beat, something that was more like made for this. I think it has a good, not the attitude. What's the word I'm looking for? It's not attitude. A good atmosphere or like theme.
Delivery.
Yeah, it's the theme.
Yeah, he's like very fluent when.
Yeah.
When rapping, I was going to say raping, but.
Yeah.
No, rapping, right?
Yeah, it's got a good atmosphere to it, a good theme. Like it seems to go through this kind of like, I don't know, I don't want to say Halloween type, but like dark, that kind of thing.
Like obscure.
Yeah. That's good. So that was interesting. I think it's interesting. There's a lot to like, but just for some reason the rap music's got to be so. It has to be so, perfect. It's got to be almost entirely perfect to really, really appeal to me. And this is good. But like, yeah, I would have probably started the mix, I would have started the track here, and then I would have dropped it in. I would have added a little bit more compression to bring these drums and the vocals and everything more in line with each other. And then I probably would have figured out some kind of solid outro, because right now, as it stands, it sounds like the vocals just drop out completely, and then they're just done, and then the instrumental fades out, almost like we didn't really know where we wanted to go after that. And so it seemed to just kind of fall apart. The composition fell apart right around the 2-minute mark. Because right there, we could have had something. It didn't really come together for me, but other than that, the vocal delivery is really solid. The mix was really good. Not the mix of the instrumental, but like the vocal mixing was really good, and the delivery was tight. What it is 2:30 for me, which means I probably have time for about one more if we want to check out this Coltcrusher song really quick before we cut her out, and I got to go get the kid from school. I think we could do that one. I'll have to, yeah. Let's do that one. Then we'll have all of the 2022 submissions, and then we can start digging into the 2021s after that. Or next week, that is. So yeah, let's check this one out. Cutie Mark Mutilators 2 Electric Brootaloo official lyric video 2022 SW exclusive. Coltcrusher 168 views April 14th 2022. I'm kidding. Go. Yes. I just love his guitar tone and the way he works that fucking guitar, that fucking it's so good. And I love the way that he's got this guitar shelved where it's the bass guitar comes out so clear. It sounds so good. Burning Metal has two themes: sad ponies or murdering ponies. Ha! You would say you think that, but I did Las Ponies Jodidas, and that wasn't sad ponies or murdering ponies. That was rape. Anyway, unless you count that as murdering ponies. Hello, J Doggone. We're checking out the new Coltcrusher song. I just love how pure the slam is. It's just so good. There's just oh god, it's just so good. I love it so much. Where it goes from like this driving super heavy beat to like a, and then it just retards down into it's so good. It's just so good. I'm jealous. I am jealous. And speaking of mids, like he's really good on these vocals, these mid-tone vocals, because if I remember correctly, on his first couple of songs that I heard, it was like he did that exclusively, like it was like exclusively gutturals, like the the old school Cannibal Corpse style gutturals where it's just and it was just, you know, kind of garbage, but he got really, really good at it, especially with his midtones and whatever. I haven't heard any shrieks, I don't think, but the crimes committed against my people, are these lyrics wrote from the pony's perspective? I think so. I believe so. It's so like huge and boisterous. It's just like really just, it's enormous, you know, the way that we're stepping down into this sort of melodic passage. It's just, it's so good. This is so good. No, don't fade it out. I hate it. I hate faded out. Fade out. I hate faded outros. I hate it. You're killing me. But whatever. Oh shit. I enjoyed that. That was good. That was really good. Any more comments? I want to see the salt. The salt. No? Alright. I agree. This is fucking legit. Frankensauce. Oh my god. When I first got started on YouTube and it would be like, you would get comments from people, it'd be like, hey, I really like this song. And you'd have to be like, well, I appreciate that, Kill the Jews 420. Oh shit.
Yeah, when I started my channel,
Yeah.
someone commented like, I fuck with this song or something like that.
Yes.
I think, yeah, I fuck with this.
Well, that was good.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah, I fuck with this is it's an American way of saying like I enjoy that, you know, like I whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like I fuck with that. Yeah. Well, that's cool. That was really good. One of Coltcrusher's better ones, even though all of everything he does is fucking genius. What an asshole. God. I like it. Brutal slamming pony metal. That's fucking awesome.
Slamming pony.
That's so good. Okay. But anyway, so that was all the 2022 songs that we've had submitted this year, this week, I guess. Yeah. When we come back next week, we'll probably do one of these albums. Or maybe both. We might do a Crashie Tunes, and then we might do Burning Griffin, and we'll knock those albums out. Especially Burning Griffin.
Crashie Griffin.
Let's see. Burning Griffin has his album, but I don't know if he's had an album before. I think he's done almost exclusively singles. I don't think he's ever done a whole ass album. Yeah, so this will be his first album. But I will want Soul Strings for this one. I will want Soul Strings around to hear this one, so we will check that one out for sure. So Crashie Tunes next week for sure, though. We'll check out Crashie Tunes, and then we'll check out a bunch more songs. Yeah. But it is 2:40. It's about time for me to get off of here. And I got to go do some things. But, Gargod, I do appreciate you joining me on the stream. It was lonely last week. Ah, yes. You arrived just in time, Magic Pink Horse. What time is it where you are?
Moscow, right?
It's 10 p.m. around where he's at. Yes, you arrived just in time for all of us to cut out. Gargod is on the mic. Yes, he joined us, and he was my very helpful co-host. So, yeah, that is about it, ladies and gents and ponies, as it were. We will see you all next week. Ponies. Well, until next week.
Caballos.
Caballos. We will see you guys next week. What is it? Hasta la mañana or something like that. And
Hasta la próxima.
Until next time, yeah. Or until the next, yeah. Hasta la próxima. Okay. So, bye.